God does not allow women to be Noahide judges in capital cases. Now, this may come as a shock to many of us, as in our modern society, we know many female judges, and many apparently very good female judges. So this fact is a little unsettling. Why does God decree that no woman can be a judge in a capital case in a Noahide society? The derivation comes from Genesis 9 verse 5. Says God, "But the blood of your souls I will demand. From the hand of every beast will I demand it. And from the hand of man, from the hand of every man, his brother, I will demand the soul of man." Now this verse is often cited in the context of Noahide justice. And the blood of your souls I will demand refers to a capital offense. God demands back the soul of one who violates a capital commandment. The phrase, though, "from the hand of every man," uses the term ish for man, not the general humankind Adam. And together with the oral tradition, our sages derive that the administration of capital justice in Noahide cases must be carried out through men, as in males. So from this verse and the oral tradition, our sages say that in capital cases involving one of the 7 Noahide laws, women cannot give testimony or judgment, since the verdict must come from the hand of a man, not of a woman. Importantly though, there doesn't seem to be anything prohibiting women from serving in other cases not involving capital offenses of the Noahide commandments. For example, in a Noahide society, women could still judge in monetary or civil cases. But why would God make this distinction, that only men can serve as judges in Noahide capital court cases? First, we don't know the mind of God. And unlike with some matters where God tells us the reason for the commandment, God doesn't tell us a reason why he wants men to preside over capital court cases and not women. But we may still be able to find an answer by ruling out many possibilities. The first possibility that we can rule out is that it isn't because women are considered inferior. Inferiority of women goes directly against what the Torah teaches. First, the Torah states explicitly that both man and woman were created in the image of God. Our sages even note that the original first human being was created in a dual form. Male and female, he created them. And also, our sages teach that if you save a single life, it's as if you save the entire world. And that life that you save holds for both men and women. So if you save a woman's life, it's as if you save the entire world. The second possibility that we can rule out is that it's not because women aren't as smart as men. On the contrary, a derivation of the Hebrew letters in Genesis prompt our sages to teach that women were given an additional dimension of understanding and intuition that men don't have. So really, it could be argued in the opposite direction. Third, it can't be because women don't have as great of spiritual clarity as men. Our sages teach that the Jewish people were redeemed from Egypt in the merit of righteous women. And the oral tradition says that women did not participate in the sin of the golden calf, only men. It also can't be because women can't be leaders. First, Miriam is counted as a key leader in the exodus of Egypt, along with her brothers Moses and Aaron. Also, Deborah served as both a prophetess and a judge. Wait, didn't we just say that women can't be judges? Yes, but the commentators explain that her role was not as a formal judge in capital cases. Rather, she taught and guided the judges on how they should be judging, and the people accepted her authority. Also, some opinions understand that she may have been a judge in non-capital matters. But we see here that women can definitely be given authority. Another reason that we can rule out is that it can't be because women are less trustworthy or not as reliable as men. Sure, they can't serve as witnesses in capital court cases, but they can give testimony in many other serious cases. For example, in Jewish law, a woman can testify by her word alone that her husband died, which would then allow her to remarry. If her testimony were false, the result would be an adulterous relationship, which is one of the most severe prohibitions. The Jews also rely on a woman's word to determine whether a food is permitted or forbidden. And in laws of family purity, which are among the most serious areas of Jewish law, a woman is fully trusted regarding her status. And it also can't be because women are less moral. We've already given many examples of morality, and Miriam, Ruth, and Esther were prime examples of morality. And it can't be because women can't handle serious or weighty responsibility. As we've seen, the Torah entrusts women with decisions in areas that carry extreme consequences. And it also can't be because it's a reflection of ancient bias or sexism. From a Torah perspective, this is God's law. It's not just a product of society. I hope I've ruled out many of the claims that people like to bring up. So if we have all of these claims that we know can't be reasons for why God delegated men in this situation and not women, what is then the reason why women can't be judges in Noahide capital court cases? The most honest answer is we don't fully know. The Torah doesn't explicitly explain the reason, and when the Torah is silent, we have to be careful not to claim certainty when none is given. But we can understand a broader pattern. The Torah describes a world built on distinct roles. God has assigned different roles for humanity. Within humanity, Jews have a separate role from non-Jews. Within the Jews, the tribe of Levi has a separate role from the rest of the 11 tribes. And within the tribe of Levi, the priests have a separate role from the rest of the Levites. And within the priesthood, the high priest has a separate role from the other priests. Similarly, men have different roles than women. Each role and level carries its own structure, responsibilities, and limitations. None of them are inherently better than another. Rather, each role serves a distinct, separate function in the one system that God has designed. And so when it comes to Noahide capital court cases, it seems like this is a role that is given for men. And it's not because of any defect in women. It's just part of God's deliberate structure. It's part of a framework designed by an infinite mind that our limited minds can never fully grasp. So to close, women cannot be judges in Noahide capital court cases. We derive it from Genesis 9 verse 5 in the oral tradition, where we see that a person must be put to death by the hands of males. Why are women excluded? Our best answer is that God wants men to do this task. He has delegated this role to men. Importantly though, it's not because women are less intelligent, or less moral, or less spiritual, or less trustworthy, but rather it's likely because the Torah assigns roles. And in a system designed by an infinite God, different roles do not mean different value. They are different functions within a purposeful structure. Anyway, I hope this video clarified why only men can preside in Noahide capital court cases. It still seems that women can be judges in other cases that aren't these. But I hope you enjoyed, learned something. Subscribe for more. This is the legal system of the future, and we'll be covering all of it. Thank you, as always, for watching.